Hey guys, it's me again. I know it's been a long hiatus, but I hadn't done much to do. My ankle's still killing me, but I'm trying to get some stuff done before winter. Part of it is installing storms, and unfortunately, I've been blocked from doing that right now because of what a previous owner had done, or previous work. I don't know, someone did something here. But when this wood, I imagine, was rotted. Notice there's so many knots in it. Doesn't match the clear wood that was used. I know I need a paint. Too cold to do it right now. And didn't even finish painting it. This wood isn't straight. See, as I'm coming down, it's starting to kick out a little bit at the bottom. So I'm literally a 16th out on this window from fitting. So if I pound the top in, the bottom kicks out. If I pound the bottom in, the top kicks in. So there's a reason for that. So let's imagine the sill is straight. You can really see here, I mean, there's like a 16th in this wood. It starts about right there and turns in, bows in, I should say. So, and you can even see it here where it's tied all the way across there, and then here it's all jacked with. Plus this wood here is about a little less than a quarter too small compared to the other moldings that are on here. So the only way you'd get past this to try to make something that looks right and fits right, you got to cut it down on a table saw, because you can't get like 4 and a little less than 75, 4.75, so, or 4 3/4. So I'm gonna have to rip this piece of wood, brand new piece of wood, gonna go in here. Not gonna happen today. So I can fit the storm in there. What an annoyance. But it fits top to bottom. It's about 71 inches high. So it sits just slightly off of this, which is nice because this is angled anyway. But I mean, it just sits right on the top there, so it lets water get by and everything. But yeah, just awesome. I was hoping to get the storm in here today before we get some really bad weather, but I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to make it to Menards tonight or not to buy another piece of wood, or even if I can. Checked my stock in the garage. I don't have anything that's this dimension or even close to it. I just have 2x wood out there. 2x6, 2x4, 2x8, 2x20. I think, because I got one of those out there for the porch. I'm going to replace. They just did as you can see there, they just did a 2x6 and ran it all the way across there, and that wasn't kosher to me. So this corner, A, doesn't sit up on top of the pylon, and B, everything's tilting out and dropping down because this corner is separating and having problems. So what I'm going to do is take that 2x whatever it is, 2x16, 2x24, I don't remember, and I'll notch the end of it, have it come down so it fills in this area. Right now they have two 2x6s like that. Makes no sense. And then notch it over on this side too. That'll control the height, so that'll control up and down, and it'll really control it here in the corner when I recreate the middle beam here. Obviously they didn't know how to cut a 45 very well, or at least get them in order. But I can raise this beam, and that'll all raise this height to where the rest of the porch is, and where I'm resetting it. I know, this just turned into a window video to a deck video, sorry. I like my mess. It's killed all the grass. Anyway, like over here, I'm having to reset this. Because if you look, and I'll explain this in other videos, this is like an inch higher than this, and you can see it really bad right here. And there's enough metal in this joint you can make an engine block out of. And none of it mattered. None of it was going anywhere. So by lifting that, I get rid of this other support that's sitting here, this 4x4 they have on here. And another one that's under there. And another one that's over here. 2 more that are over there. There was like 20 supports under this thing. They just kept throwing wood underneath it, hoping it would support the porch. And then this piece is all rotted out, so I'm probably going to replace this with a 2x8 and do the same thing. That way we match at the end here, and then I can tailor that to that other pylon there to get the right setup for it, the right pitch. Because you can even tell now, just looking at it, that all this is down lower than that new wood. It's pretty obvious. But I don't think I'm going to have enough time to do this. It's going to take a few hours to do. I've got to jack up the roof with 2 jacks, and then I got to jack up or separate this corner here, whether I've got to cut the steel or can pull it out. That'll be wait to be seen. And then they jack that support up, the one that goes right there, along with the main part here. I got to take all this wood out because chances are it's probably going to be about 1.5 inch difference. I got a couple cold chisels. I can flatten out the top of that rock. I know I need to get mortar in here, and I'll do that eventually. Just don't have the time for it right now. But I'll chisel that rock flat and then put a piece of wood underneath it, pressure treated, like it should have been, and lift the whole thing up by the 1.5 inches. Then and then level it. That should work for getting this where it needs to be, because it'll raise. This will raise up 1.5 inches, and then everything will kind of raise up to kind of support everything else in here and make it all even. I do that little piece there that you see here. I got to replace it. Obviously it's just hanging there because it rotted away. You can see here. Yeah, that's really nice. So I gotta replace this whole piece here. I'm not sure that was original. To me it doesn't seem like it, but I'll probably put a few of those in. I gotta put it I gotta put stabilizing between the joists that I took out to fix. And then this side will be done. I can measure everything off this side. This side and the decking here is pretty flat, except for in the corner. The corner rotted out. So there's a big old hole there. And that's just because the way they used to do these, like I was explaining on the other side, they took a 2x8 or whatever and notched it out and then laid that on the rock. And that one, apparently the notch gave way, or they did something here and cut it off or something. And then after I get the decking where I need it to be, I'm kind of doing it backwards, but I need the decking to be strong enough to be able to hold my ass up on the roof of this contraption and replace all the boards on the roof. All that plywood is all rotted out because shingles were laid flat. see a big old hole just up in the roof. But anyway, time to clean up. I can't go anymore here. Keyhole window. Anyway, I know, long ramble on video. Gives you an idea what I'm having to do. I gotta stabilize this side of the porch and that other side, and then probably work on the roof. Get everything even. Because right now this side, this corner is down. That corner's up a little bit, and everything's kind of twisted. That could be part of the reason why that roof's rotted out too. Anyway, sorry, rambled on. Have a good night, and I'll talk to you guys later.